Hello, hello, hello. Hello, everybody. Big wave, big wave. Yes. Welcome to Chill and Spill, the talk show that every, everybody talks about. Yes. How is everybody doing? I'm your host, Nubian. To my right, we have Zuz, and to my left, we have Benson. Who's not paying attention? How is everybody doing? Oh my gosh. I'll tell you something. I am not feeling 100% today. I feel like for the past 3 weeks, I've been fighting this illness. I don't know. It's like every weekend, it's a different type of illness as well. So, excuse me throughout the show. I might bring out the tissue for the nose. But yeah, apologies from now. Yeah, yeah, and Zuz. Yeah, because our nose is running like river. Oh, please. It's a change of season in the UK. But yeah, over here, I'm sure everywhere around the world, it's Halloween. Halloween falls on the 31st of October, global. Yeah. So it is a Halloween. I don't know. What do we call it? Halloween season. I wanted to have a bigger word than that. But yeah, it's a Halloween season. Everyone's dressing up. What does Halloween mean to you? That's what I want to know. I would like to know from the viewers, what does Halloween mean to you? Is it a thing where it's evil, or is it something that we need to address and celebrate? Because everyone has their own different views on Halloween. So, yes, but enough about that. How is Zuz doing this week?
This week, this week has been challenging. I can't lie. It has been a challenge this week. I feel like it ended. The weekend ended on a good note, which I'm very, very grateful for. But it has been a real challenge this week. I feel like I'm coming down with something. So if my voice goes a bit husky throughout the show, please excuse me. But yeah, it's been a bit of a challenging week for me, to be fair. Yeah, it really, really has. But we are here. We are all about positivity. We are optimistic regardless, and we are here to entertain y'all. So, it doesn't matter what happens during the week. We got this.
Yes, we got
We
this.
got this.
We got this. Welcome aboard, Manor General. Welcome to Chill and Spill. Hey, hey, hey.
Hey, hey, hey.
Yep, three of you to come.
Three of you come to the front of the class. Why are you late? Yes, we was actually on time, actually, but due to certain things that we had to do, technically made us late. But we was actually sitting ready, 9 o'clock, dead on. We was ready, and it was like, oh my gosh, what's happening? But we are here, man, in general. Big up yourself each and every time for coming each and every week.
Yes, yes, yes. Um, Benson, how are you doing? How's your week been?
Morning.
Good morning.
Evening.
Good afternoon.
It's, it's like I don't know how to describe it. I think majority of the time, like how my life is like there's no break and there's just constantly going and constantly having things to do. And as I repeat the word constantly, I don't know why, but it's just that, and I have to wonder within myself that I need a break. I need a break, and then sometimes I do think about a break. I'm wondering if a break really make any sense, because if you take a week off or 2 weeks off, you're still back to it again and stuff. So I'm giving thanks nevertheless, just here as usual. So royal manners to everybody, and good evening, and good morning, and good night to each and everyone. I'm here as usual.
Oh, that's very, very good. Nice to see. Nice to see. Manor General says, does these people celebrating Halloween knows the real meaning behind it? That's another question. Do does everybody know the real meaning behind Halloween?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I feel like I've grown up saying, no, don't. I mean, I've never gone trick or treating. Never.
Me neither.
Never gone trick or treating. Always grown up saying, no, we don't go out to beg people and rare tear and all these stuff.
And who's allowing their children to go trick or treating as well? I would like to know for the viewers as well, who is allowing
Yeah,
their children to go out trick or treat in? I would love to know that.
Yeah.
You know, because I know our culture is a little bit.
It's
we
slightly
don't
different.
we don't beg. That's but
we don't beg.
yeah. So I would love to know who is going to allow their children to go or their child to go and trick or treat. Go ahead, Ziz.
Yeah, no, I mean, as I've grown up, I've seen that there's different meanings to it. Apparently, it's, a day where, you're closer to the subconscious world, the spirituality, your ancestors. It's a time where you can most connect with them.
Yeah.
Apparently, but growing up, I didn't have that kind of explanation. It was just like, no, you're not going out to beg, and then that's it. And so I have never really celebrated it. But yeah.
Good evening, Faye. Welcome to Chill and Spill.
Good
Welcome to Chill and
evening.
Spill. Apparently, astrology wise, I feel like Halloween. Well, apparently Halloween is like it's like a thin realm between the living and the dead.
Oh, the veil.
The veil is very thin, so that it's like an opening between the living and the dead. And as I've gotten older, I've realized that it's not all about evil, because not everyone that has passed is evil. So, when they have these costumes with skeletons and devils and, it's all just what they want you to believe Halloween is about, I think.
Yeah, definitely. And different cultures actually have like dates. I don't know if it's Colombia or like kind of like South America, where they kind of celebrate their ancestors, and they dress up and they, pay homage to their ancestors, lay out food and stuff like that. So different cultures do different things. Just let us know what you do.
Yeah, well, apparently Halloween's origins can be traced back to the ancient Celtic festivals known as Samhain, which was held on November the 1st in contemporary calendars. It was believed that on that day, the souls of the dead returned to their homes, so people dressed in costumes and lit bonfires to ward off spirits. So, it's to ward off the spirits. I wonder if everybody that's dressing as Halloween knows that. Because back in the day, in the 80s as well, when it was Halloween, they used to set homes alight. In that.
Yeah, that's not a good thing.
Yeah, they used to set homes alight.
That is not a good thing.
Because it was known as Devil Day. More
Yeah, that's
than
too
Halloween,
much.
it was known as Devil Day.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So because of that, they said, you know what? Since it's Devil Day and Devil's about fire, let's light some houses up.
No, that's too much. That is too much.
Manager General, what's Manager General saying?
Manager General says Google has the answer. He also says my kids can't celebrate Halloween, and I think if a lot of these adults know the meaning, they wouldn't let their kids participate in these things, which is very true. And I think in general, anyway, everyone has a different perception of what things mean, regardless.
Yes,
Do you get what I
exactly.
mean? So you're just gonna do what's best for you, or what your culture represents. So do you?
Exactly. Boy, the way people decorate their places for Halloween is a bit serious. Like the outside of their house, the inside of their house, the clubs, everywhere you go, there's pumpkins, there's webs, spider webs. There's so much. It's too much to go. It's too much. Benson.
For me personally, I don't believe in it, and
Would you let-
I wouldn't allow my kids to go out and to do the begging about it. But the thing is, yet still, it would be good wherein for them to have an experience what is happening around them, not to be naive of the fact that there's such thing. But I personally, I don't believe in it. And then when it comes to Halloween, when it comes to the pumpkin part of it, how does the pumpkin incorporates with this? How the
That
pumpkin,
is a very good question.
how the pumpkin incorporate with
That
the
is a very
Halloween?
good question, and maybe the audience can let us know.
Yeah,
You lot let us know how
Yeah.
the pumpkin correlates to
to Halloween.
Halloween
Yeah,
itself.
yeah. So I personally don't. It's not something that tip-topped about or whatever it is. You know, when I
Well,
see
the
it,
Halloween pumpkin is hollowed out and cut in order to create a grimacing face and is lit from the inside with a small candle. The carved Halloween pumpkin celebrates the memory of lost souls. It always gives rise to many legends, such as the legend of Jack O'Lantern.
yeah,
So that is the
Whoever that
meaning.
is.
Yeah, so that's the meaning of the pumpkin. But yes, I thought that I'll address it because it's happening. You know, that's not the topic tonight. The topic tonight is not about Halloween. I wonder what the hot topic is tonight. I got it out. With the sickness. Oh my gosh.
God.
The topic tonight is about fear and acceptance. What do I mean about fear and acceptance? Where fear is a wide spectrum. You know, fear of life, fear of being accepted, fear of connecting, fear of assertion, sorry, fear of lack of recognition, fear of failure of success. Like we can go on forever. The fear. Have you ever felt like, you've missed a lot of life opportunities because of fear? I'm talking about career-wise and success. Has there been opportunities in your past that you thought to yourself, oh my gosh, that opportunity came to me, and because of fear, I brushed it off, I didn't want to know, all because of fear. And now that you've grown, you're older now, you think to yourself, oh my goodness, if I had taken that leap of faith, I could have been really, really successful. I'm sure everyone's been there. There has to have been a point in your life where you think to yourself, if I've just taken that leap of faith, I would have achieved a lot more in my life. I'm not saying that you haven't achieved. If you've achieved what you've wanted in life and you fought that fear, well done to you. Well done, and a round of applause. Because fear is something that is embedded in a lot of us, you know.
Definitely. I feel like it can be very much deep rooted. I wouldn't say, I mean, me personally in my life, I wouldn't say like there's that one thing that I wish that I done. I feel like I've accomplished a lot in my life and I'm very grateful for that. Thank you, God. But I feel like there are some certain things that I wish maybe I would have said to certain people as in like standing up for like my culture or my race or just for myself. Like, even though I'm a very outspoken person, sometimes when you're talking to someone that you're not used to speaking to, or people that's of different cultures, different races, and they might say something and you wish, you replay that experience in your head thousands of times in your head, and you think to yourself, why didn't I just say this?
Yeah.
Do you get what I mean? Why didn't I
For
say
sure.
this to teach you a lesson?
That's it.
Do you get what I'm saying? So in that sense, yes. But then I feel like one other thing I can think of, I feel like when it comes to my career, even though I'm doing everything that I wanted, what I dreamed of, there's a part of me that I call it the B dream, but I really feel like it was the A dream. But my realistic mind, because I was thinking about finances and how far I could go with this
With the B dream.
B dream, I kind of held back on it and said to myself, no, that's the B dream. We're not moving forward with that. We're going with the A dream. And even though the A dream, I have a lot of passion for it, and it's just me. It literally is me and what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
But I still feel like, oh my gosh, sometimes I wish I went for the B dream.
Took that leap.
I took that leap of faith and said to myself, you know what, go and do it anyway.
So that's where the acceptance part comes in. Do you think that, there was a part of acceptance that made you feel like the B dream wouldn't be good enough? Was it the acceptance part, or was it just simply finances?
Possibly a bit of both, to be fair. I mean, I still feel like the main thing was finances for me, because I'm just a person that likes to have stability.
Good evening, Yvette. Sorry. Welcome to Chill and Spill. Good
Hi,
evening,
Yvette.
Yvette.
Good evening.
I've seen you there, but, I didn't want to cut those, but I had to. Sorry.
Good evening. Good evening. No, yeah, I feel like it's a bit of both. Sometimes you focus on the finance of things, but you don't realize that when you know your purpose, or if you do have a dream or a goal, it doesn't matter. If you go for it and you take those small steps, God will open those doors for you.
That's right. Good evening, Donna.
The universe will
Welcome
open.
to Chill and Spill. Sorry, Zuz. Good evening. Welcome to Chill and Spill.
Evening. Yeah, so
God will open them.
The universe, whoever you believe in, will open those doors of opportunity for you. It's just about you taking that leap of faith. You taking that one step towards that goal, towards what you want to do. So I feel like it's, a bit of the finances. And I also accepted, obviously, me doing what I do now, I fully accepted that this is me. Like, maybe this A dream is the A dream. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, the A dream is a, but you never know. The B dream might coincide with the A dream. You just don't know how it's going to pan out, and that is the beauty of life. Manor General is going back to the Halloween. What's he saying there? Him and Benson.
He said him and Benson is the same age, and I never know nothing about Halloween until I come to live in the US. Living in Jamaica for over 30 years and never see anyone celebrating it there. So it's very
is that true, Benson? Nobody celebrates Halloween there.
We don't have no time for that.
For true.
You can't waste no pumpkin.
You never eat that.
You have to eat it,
You have to
boy.
eat the pumpkin.
It's so true,
You know how much we
though.
have pumpkin.
Wow, that's very interesting to know that,
Yeah.
that back home, maybe not everywhere, but we're talking about Jamaica specifically, that nobody celebrates Halloween in Jamaica.
Yeah,
Wow.
And Thanksgiving.
And Thanksgiving. Oh, we don't celebrate Thanksgiving in the UK.
No.
No.
No, we don't. We don't know much about Thanksgiving.
No,
to
we
be
only
fair.
know about Christmas.
Yeah.
And even that's got a story, but we're not ever going to go into
We're
that
not getting into
And
that.
until Christmas.
Anytime somebody dress up them way, there is either them gonna frighten you or them want thief or something. I'm not have no time for them thing there, really and truly. So it's different,
What's Donna saying? She said, hola.
She said, "Hola, what's going on in Mun's shop? Hola, Donna, how are you?"
Yes. Interesting stuff. What's Faye saying?
Face is also going back to the Halloween little discussion that we said, and she has said that Halloween is a celebration of our ancestors.
Simple.
Simple. That's what she said.
Yeah, it's about but the thing is, the way that society is, it doesn't make it feel like it's about our ancestors, because I'm sure our ancestors never looked like a lot of the costumes that we're seeing today.
Yeah.
Exactly, the knife with
means,
the blood on the side of the mouth and all these things.
Yeah.
No.
Good evening, Miss White. But here what happened? If it's our ancestors, that means our ancestors are beggy then. So our ancestors one will go out go beg and all them stuff there, don't it?
I'm telling you.
You know? It's always, to me, it's like carnival, right?
Yes.
the ritual of carnival when they dress up into the costumes and the same Halloween thing. I personally think that is demonic.
You
Sorry, I
see?
said sorry. I have to
Differ.
disagree.
Yeah, so
I have to
that
disagree. I'm
that
carnival
and
queen.
yeah,
No, sir.
yeah. Personally, Halloween, carnival, and this other thing that they have in Jamaica called John Kuno or whatever it
Jan
is.
Kuno. What's Jan Kuno? Enlighten
It's
us.
the same thing that they will dress up at some point in time in the year. I don't remember exactly when they would do that, and they would put on some horse head and goat's head and like costume wise, and all those
Oh,
sort of costumes, and they will beat the drums and stuff like that. Now,
really?
if anything that has something to like remember, even when you do Google Halloween or whatever,
Yes.
it says it's a ritual, don't it?
Yeah.
Yes, it's ritual.
So
Yeah.
you're celebrating with your ancestors that has passed away and wherever it is, don't
Yeah.
it?
Yes.
So during those times, if you should do your research on it, when I did research on costumes and carnivals and when people dress in those sort of things, it's actually like in the spiritual in the Christianity aspect of it, it's demonic.
Yeah.
Because it's actually, if you have to do with anything that has to do with like spirits and the transferring of spirits or whatever it is, because that is a time they, Christians will say to you that demons, the spiritual demons, they're on a rampage.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's understandable.
Yeah.
But yes, back to the topic, fear and acceptance. A lot of us have fear of loneliness also.
Yeah.
Loneliness is very, very big up there when it comes to fear. A lot of us don't like to think that someday we're going to be all alone and there's no one's going to be there for us.
Not only that, there's a lot of us that's all alone now, and that because of maybe your past experiences, you have that fear of talking to a friend or meeting someone new, or whether it comes to your career or success. Loneliness in its entirety is
Yeah.
a very big fear factor in a lot of humans.
Yes.
And I feel like we try our best to strive to not be lonely, but I feel like sometimes fear can overtake, and negative thoughts can overtake you,
That's it.
and it can consume you.
That's it.
So be wary, guys.
Be wary. Donna said something as well. What's Donna saying?
Donna says, not in this Halloween thing at all. My American grandkids does though, but I don't like it at all. It's not my culture.
Every Halloween you must definitely have something to say. You must be saying to them, why are you dressing up in these things? Why are you letting them dress up in these things? Oh my goodness gracious me. Welcome aboard.
Mini Codex.
Yes, welcome aboard. Welcome to Chill and Spill, and happy Halloween to you too.
Happy Halloween.
What's Manager General saying?
So Manager General says, my biggest dream was becoming a soldier, and I went for it and got it. I had a fear of going for it, but I made up my mind and went for it. Served in the military for 10 years and left.
Well done, you.
Well done. Clap, clap, clap.
Well done, you, Manager General.
Well
no,
done,
seriously,
you.
well done, you. So you went for Plan A.
Yeah.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. You went for Plan A. It worked out for you. You've done it. You've done it for 10 years.
Wow. That's a really,
A
really
whole
big
decade.
achievement.
Yeah, it's a really big achievement. So well done to you, man. Seriously, because a lot of people, there's so much people that don't know what they want to do either.
Yes.
Career-wise, there's so much people that are lost and don't know what direction to go in. They know they want to be successful, but they don't know what to be successful in.
Yes. That's very true.
Yes, and it's rife actually, because when you sit, especially with the younger generation, when you sit down with the younger generation and you ask them, what is it you want to be and what do you aspire to, a lot of them don't even know what they want to do. All they know is that they want to make money.
Yes.
That is the main goal, is to make money. They don't care what it is. As long as they're making money, a good amount of money, that's enough for them. You know? And I feel like it's something that, you know, we really have to try and find their strengths.
Yeah, definitely, because you've got millionaires that still have fear and are not happy. So, you know, I feel like money makes you comfortable. I'm not gonna say money doesn't make you happy in its entirety. I'm just gonna say, like, money makes your life easier and it can bring you some form of happiness, but it can't complete your happiness within inside you.
That a year one.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
So you think money makes you happy?
The other day, I have a conversation with my dad. I have a laugh. So me and him must speak about this lottery thing. So I said, Daddy, you know that majority of the people them who win the lottery, something bad always happen to them.
After.
Or whatever after. So hear that to me. By oral, that have to go happen to me because me want it happen to me. You know? So it's like when you look on it in regards to the topic and fear, the thing that is so unique about us as human beings, we may be different in color, right? But our blood is the same. Our hair may be different, but we still have hair. But there are emotions that is in every human being. And some of the emotions that are in human beings, funny enough, fear is one of the emotions that sometimes we overlook it. But every single person on the face of this earth have an element of fear.
Yes.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Fear, it's such a wide
Wide spectrum.
spectrum of our lives, and something that we may not pay attention to it or speak about it openly, but it do has an impact on our lives.
That goes with loss of identity as well. That's fear comes alongside that too. Loss of identity. So as you're saying that we're all different, you know, that's also fear. Losing our identity. You know?
And, or same thing, not knowing who you are.
That's it.
Not knowing who you are or
Yes.
what you represent, or not accepting yourself. You know, not accepting who you are.
Loss of purpose.
Yeah, loss of purpose.
Loss of purpose. Like, what is your purpose here on earth?
And sometimes, and a lot of the times, you don't find your purpose until you've lived a good few years. You know?
Exactly.
I mean, let's look at children, for instance. Children, when they're born, when, you know, toddlers, kids, whatever, like I would say from 10 under, they don't have any responsibility.
None.
So they don't really have any fear factor. You know,
They're
like
not supposed to have any responsibility anyway.
they're
but
not supposed to have any responsibility, depending on
Your life.
your life and your circumstances.
That's
but
it.
children, like, okay, let's say babies then. Let's say toddlers, you know, from their 7 months up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they're trying to walk and they fall down. Yeah. But they're not fearful of getting back up again to try and walk.
That's it.
They just keep doing it because that's what they want to do.
That's it.
They don't have that fear factor.
No.
They don't know about fear. They
Even
don't know,
heights.
They don't know about danger.
No,
They don't
danger.
know about no danger.
None.
So as they're getting into the 1s and 2s, 3s and 4s, all they're thinking about is what they want. And more time they get it, because why? They're just thinking constantly on that thought. They're thinking constantly about having that thing, how it's going to make them feel, how they're going to feel happy getting that sweet. Do you get what I mean?
Yes.
Like, or getting that food, or being able to climb the stairs. They feel like they're going to be so happy when they accomplish climbing the stairs, and
That's
they don't
it.
stop until they actually do it.
That's it.
It's only when you get older now is that us human beings let fear take over us.
Yes. And why do you think that is? I feel like a lot of it could do with upbringing, people that you're around, family, friends that you're around. You know, because remember, misery likes company.
I don't even think it's just that as
No,
well.
it's not just that, but that has a lot to do with it as well. Because end of the day, you may be very driven about doing something. You share that with somebody else, and then they just knock you right back down and say to you, you know what? They don't think that's gonna work or whatever, whatever. And then you start to see the dark side of it, wherein there is no dark side of it. It's take the leap and go. What's Donna saying?
Donna says the history on John Canoe Caribbean Festival, where slaves wore masks to celebrate the day after Christmas. So
Okay.
that's your little
Boxing
bit
Day.
of background on John Canoe Festival.
That's why they wear the heads,
Mm.
the goat heads and stuff like that.
She also said it's associated with Jamaica and other islands in the Caribbean, as well as some of southern areas of the United States, usually held around Christmas. John Canoe provided enslaved people the opportunity to abandon their harsh labours for a day of festivity, parading with music and dance drawn from their African origins. Thank you for that, Donna.
Thank you so much for that, Donna. Thank you so much. You know, it's always good to have an insight of all the little festive activities that goes on globally. Fantastic. I mean, end of the day, I know a lot of Caribbean people would like to say that they are not from African origins. So this is very, very informative, actually. Don't you think?
Benson. Fair and acceptance.
Fear
Yeah, man.
and acceptance.
Yeah, man, fear and acceptance. Yeah. Yeah, thank you very much, Miss White. Because to be honest with you, this is how we're in. What I always find this as a joy. There's no other name probably you could thought of, Nubian, for this show because it's chill and spill and we're speaking about two different things at once and it's still free flowing.
That's it.
And I love it. You understand?
Yes.
Yeah.
So for all those persons on Bigo, good evening to you.
Hi,
For all the
guys.
persons who
Evening.
are listening from other countries around the world
Yes.
and wanted to know what John Kuno was all about, Miss White had explained what John Kuno was, which I really love that because I didn't even remember the day that it was celebrated because
Yeah.
I don't pay attention to those sort of things, to be honest. You get what I mean? So I really love that. Very, very informative. But when you mention about fear, Nubian, in the sense earlier on as you had answered our thing, remember that fear is an emotion that everybody has, right?
Yes.
Just like liking somebody. So fear is not something that someone has to really wait on for somebody to tell you about it.
Yes.
Because fear is so wide in our lives. Because the instant moment you're thinking of doing something and the second thought that comes into your mind about whatsoever you're gonna do, like it or not, is a matter of fear.
That's it.
And no matter how simple it is, from the second thought comes in your mind about doing it, in my mind,
Excuse me.
that is even fear.
Yeah, that's
So,
the fair factor.
Yes, so fear consumes a lot of our lives.
That's it.
But we haven't spent any time really look at it on how fear plays a role in our lives.
That's right.
And being acceptant or whatever.
Yeah. Acceptance. Yeah.
Now, that is an element wherein from that to me is an element of weakness in some areas. Self belief in a person is measured to me on a meter. Because some persons, it is so important that when we are growing up to have like positive parents around us.
And
Not
role models.
even, yeah, role models. I would say our parents, because there are so many things that us as parents has to cover with our kids in order for them to overcome a lot of things that follows in your later years in life. Now, when we speak about acceptance, remember that acceptance can also comes in a stage wherein you as a child being in a family and the mother and father has more than one children, right?
Yeah.
And one will feel like they are the black sheep of the family,
Yes.
right? So even like those elements, when a child do have that feeling, who that child goes to discuss that with. So a lot of things as adults, we will spend time now to now it's time where we can sit and observe, right? Some issues that people overcome while growing up, and is something that we didn't even pay attention to it in some shape or form along the way. Because if how many even like this, like you'll have parents who will tell their children, look, love yourself for whom you are.
Yes.
They will tell you that I love you. But how many parents has said, love yourself?
Yes.
Very true.
That's very, very true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if all those things are embedded in us, a lot of us wouldn't struggle with a lot of things that happens to us in our later years.
Yes, I agree.
And on that note,
Hang on a
come
minute.
as you.
Yeah, go ahead.
On that note, come as you are ministry.
Welcome
to Till
aboard.
and Spill.
Welcome aboard.
Welcome aboard. But they say God didn't give us a spirit of fear, but of love and of a sound mind. Fear is not of God. So that's what Come As You Are Ministry says.
Okay,
Thank
so
you for that comment.
Thank you so much for that comment. So, do you believe that fear is from the darker side? Because obviously, if it's not, God hasn't given us fear, but love. That means fear has come from the darker side.
All right.
Or yeah, in a sense, yes.
Yes,
Yes,
it has.
because-
Yes,
It has.
Yes.
Because it's doubt.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
It's not positive, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome aboard, Kayan Ministries. Yeah. Now, that what she said, that is coming straight from the Bible,
Right.
because the Bible will tell you fear is not of God.
Yes.
So that is wherein now you can see that the elements of this word fear, that it was there thousands and how many
Millions.
BCs,
Yeah,
yeah, for it to be
Yeah.
in even in the Bible.
Billions
Yeah.
of years ago.
You
yes.
understand? So everybody will have fear,
Yeah.
but we don't recognize that it's fear, because maybe some persons will see it. It may comes in a simple form, and then we don't take that as being fearful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Faye says that's why you must always go with your first thought. And at Mini Codex agrees with Faye and says, yes, intuition. And she says, yes, indeed. And that's very true. Because people normally say your intuition is God giving you that message, isn't it?
That's it.
God giving you
The first thought is the right thought.
is the right thought.
That's it.
Everyone it's been said for years that your first thought is the right thought, and even if you kind of test it out yourself on something simple, you realize when you change your mind, you end up with the result that you didn't want, because you didn't go with your first thought, because you was doubting yourself. Do you get what I mean? That
Yes.
self-doubt, that fear.
Yes.
Do you get what I mean? Like, just like what Benson said, like that second thought is that
Yes.
fearful thought.
Yes.
So correlating to what is it? What's the
Come,
Come As You Are ministry?
yes,
Come As You Are ministry. The first thought is the godly thought,
yes, that's it.
because that's the intuition. That's your instincts. That's something in your soul,
That's it.
within you. A
Your
burning
instincts are
sensation
usually
that's telling
always
you.
right.
Right. It's like if something was going to just say you're in a club or you're in an area and you get that feeling that something's going to go wrong.
That's right.
It's God telling you this is what's going to happen. But you ignore it and you stay in that venue and whatever, and then something kicks off. Someone starts a fight or whatever, someone gets bottled, whatever happens, but it's put you in danger. And your intuition was letting you know you need to come out of danger.
Yeah.
It's animal instincts as well.
What's Manor General saying?
Manor General says, where I work, I see a man has...
Welcome, Kem White. Welcome aboard. Welcome to Chill and Spill.
Welcome aboard. So he says, where I work, I see a man has a noose hanging from his balcony with the rest of his Halloween decorations. Now, this crap pisses him off because that's how they used to hang black people. For those who don't know what a noose is, it's the rope white people used to hang slaves. So Manor General was going back to
the Halloween,
the Halloween discussion that we was having earlier before we announced the topic, and he's saying that, you know, he can see where he works as a man that's got a noose, which is a rope with that's tied at the end, a loop at the end, and it's hanging. And
they make a dummy, they make a dummy, they make a head, they make a body, a fake body, and they hang them from their house.
But Manor General was saying that he's not doesn't have a body. He's just got the noose, the rope.
He's got the noose
hanging
by
itself, hanging from the balcony, and that's his way of celebrating Halloween. So, you know, he was just expressing that those are the things that makes him
upset,
really, really angry.
Yvette says, intuition is your higher self. Whether you listen to it is another thing.
Yeah.
So. And intuition is very, very important. A lot of us don't listen to our intuition.
Yes.
You know. Manor General said, I think I'm going to call the cops tomorrow.
Oh dear.
Oh dear. Call the cops, man.
Call the cops.
Call 911. Yeah?
Oh my gosh.
Manor General says, I'm going to send the picture to Benson. Oh wow.
Oh wow.
That's how bad it is. You know, it's very, 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 very disrespectful. I mean, you can celebrate Halloween how you like, but when you see those sort of things, you think to yourself, you know what?
Yeah, when you're disrespecting
it's just any
cultures,
excuse
to,
you know, highlight racism. That's what I understand from that. You know. Excuse me for my nose.
Sniffling.
Oh dear.
Oh dear.
No, sir. No, sir.
Oh my gosh.
That's the epitome of the show must go on.
Yeah, so even like your intuition. So you follow your intuition.
Yeah.
You know, and if fear consumes us, it blocks us from doing a lot of stuff.
Yes.
And maybe the funny thing about it is understanding your own self.
Yes.
And understanding feelings and emotions.
What about lack of recognition? Is that something to be fearful of?
Recognition?
Possibly, yes.
But recognition would come to me under being recognized
for something that you do.
For what? But you see, this is how funny it is. Remember, some persons needs another person's accolade to tell them that yes, you're doing well and wherever it is. Now, if that person and maybe a lot of persons struggle for it, from that aspect of it, wherein what you do, you want to be recognized for what you do. Some
Yes.
people will struggle with that. Then that comes into emotions, and that also come into acceptance of your own self or whatever it is. Because so many persons are doing a wonderful job and help some persons, and they are never been recognized, right? And how does that person feels from it? Some persons will take it to another level where it affect them so much. So all of these things intertwine into that individual and how composed that person is to
Yeah.
not allow anything like that to get them
To
down.
penetrate them.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
That's very, very true.
yeah.
Faye says that's a part of fear, not going with your first thought. Your intuition is always right. Fight the fear and do it anyway.
Which a lot of people don't do.
A lot of people don't do it. They don't fight the fear anyway.
Yeah. And also there is a lot of fear of death. A lot of people, we don't want to talk about it, but once you've been born, death is a sure thing. You know, and a lot of people really stress themselves out about death and are really fearful of death also. And you know, it's not something to be fearful of. If you're born, then you're definitely one day are gonna pass. So that's another thing that society has a big fear on, is death.
But that's why you have to live. Because you don't know when your last day is going to be. You don't know when your last hour
And this is why
or
you have to
one
fight the
or
fear.
minute, which is why you have to push yourself, listen to your intuition and fight the fear, as Nubian said. Do what you want to do. Maybe, because normally the best results or the best things come out of when a person or an individual is not in their comfort zone. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
Beautiful things happen when you're not in your comfort zone. When you're in your comfort zone, there's no growth, there's no elevation. You're just staying, you're just sailing at the same level.
Yeah.
But when you're not in your comfort zone and you're doing things that you wouldn't normally do and you're pushing yourself to a certain extent, is when you increase on that level. Do you get what I mean? You start taking bigger steps to what you want to achieve or what you want to do in life or your experiences. Even in dating, you know, doing something that you wouldn't normally do. Maybe going up to a girl or going up to a guy and saying, "Hey, I want to take you out." Obviously, for guys, it might be a different because they might more. But as a woman, you going up to a guy and saying, "Hey, I want to take you out."
Well, not anymore. A lot of the
I
men
mean-
are not going up to ladies these days.
Yeah, that's
apparently.
very true.
I have to give you guys the studio number. Remember the studio number. You could call in or you can send your topic if you've got a topic that you want to talk about. If you want to send us a message, the number is 07903 129 265. That's 07903 129 265, where you can call into the studio, air your views. You know, we're very friendly. We're not going back, honestly. But, you know, it's nice to talk about different topics that are there but never want to be addressed. You know, there's nothing wrong. You know, I find it like a little counseling session or little talk shows. You know, there's nothing wrong with it. Come As You Are Ministry also says, fear will stop you from reaching your full potentials.
I agree.
Exactly that.
I agree.
Exactly that. You know, you've got something that you want to do in your life, just go and do it. Once it's something positive as well, just go and do it. You know, God is the person that will give the verdict at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Nobody else
control.
can't judge you. Yeah,
And
forget
whatever
everybody
you
else.
believe in, God, the universe, divine
Allah.
source, Allah, Buddha, whomever. Yeah.
And Faye also says, and people are also frightened of getting older.
Yes.
That's big.
That's so
Getting
true.
older and not reaching your full potential. That
or
is
or
big.
or having regrets about the things that you didn't get to do when you was younger or at a younger age.
Yeah.
And now you're at this age and you're like, I've just got so much regret. Why didn't I do this? Why didn't I do that? Because you let fear take over.
That's it. What's the manager general saying? Benson, check your phone.
Show the ladies what I'm talking about. And then he also says, when fear comes around, pray. And not just pray, but pray and believe.
Exactly.
And can I just underline what Manager General said, guys? He said believe. Believe and belief within oneself is such a huge thing. It goes hand in hand, prayer and belief, because you have to, it's just like manifesting or visualizing. It all comes under one spectrum. You have to believe that this thing is going to happen. You have to believe that you already have it. So once you pray for it and you ask for it, then you already start thanking God that you have it. You know? Oh my God.
Manager general, no. Like,
That is ridiculous.
it's at the front door.
Oh dear.
He's got it's a big house with double doors, big double doors as the front door, and on top of the double doors
And
is
there
a
is-
balcony.
And there is bodies. There is fake life-size bodies there at the side of it with the noose. The
With
noose is
the
actually
noose.
on a piece of wooden stick, like to say, yeah, this is where we hang black people. That's so horrible. And that just lets you know that there's a lot of people in this world that actually hasn't moved forward in their life.
Yeah,
So where or what mindset do they have?
exactly.
They clearly have fear that black people may do the same thing that they did to us
That's
and
right.
enslave them. No, anybody got time for that?
Do you know what I mean?
I'm just trying to be happy. Do you know what I mean? No,
who's
no
on Bigo?
way.
Let's pick up do some big ups on Bigo.
Big up the mole, big up Nathan, Avi, big up Welsi, big up Guilam, LB, Daniel, Adivile Lowo, big up Keen, big up yourselves. I've got Sam here, big up Matt Dan, big up Gary, Avatar, big up yourselves. Tamjo, everyone on Bigo, big up yourselves. Victor,
There's too much to
Enos,
mention.
there's so much people to mention, but big up all yourselves on
Big
Bigo.
yourselves up. Yeah, so obviously there's also fears of sickness and pain. You know, a lot of people may be ill and they don't want to address it because of fear.
Can I ask something though? Don't you think if you're constantly fearful of these things, you're gonna eventually manifest that into your life?
Well, that is another element of it. You see, for the persons who are spiritual and the persons who believe in the most supreme being,
Yes.
where that element is concerned, maybe they will speak different from us. Because remember, if the Bible says fear is not of God, that simple means for the believers, they wouldn't have that fear of anything,
No.
right? So for the believers, they wouldn't have that fear. So what happened is, the other part of society now, we are the ones that may struggle with fear based on how strong those believers are in their faith. Because if you're strong in your faith, you're strong in what the word says, don't it?
That's it.
And if fear is not of God, that simply means you wouldn't be fearing death, you wouldn't be fearing being alone, you wouldn't be fearing poverty, because your Lord will provide, or my God will provide,
Yes.
don't it?
That's very true.
You understand? So
That's very true. Welcome aboard, Sylvia. Welcome.
Welcome to Chill and Spill.
Welcome. Let us know your views on
I
fear
agree.
and
I agree
acceptance.
with I agree with Benson what he's saying. I do agree with him. But sometimes people's life experiences will challenge
Yes.
your mindset.
Yes.
Not saying that you don't believe of the word of God, but it will challenge your mindset on how you think, because the very things that you may have been positive about and taken the first thought about
Mm-hmm.
hasn't always materialized.
Yes.
So that will then bring in sense of doubt in some of the endeavors that you try to achieve.
Can I just ask both of you, do you think it's, or why do you think it's so hard to think positive rather than negative?
It's so easy to think negative rather than positive.
Why is it so easy to think about a negative thought? Oh, this is not going to happen for me, or this, da, da, da. But for you to think about a positive thought, you have to put that little bit more extra effort. You've got to
No, sir. It's serious.
you've got to put a little bit more extra effort, a little bit more oomph
Yeah.
when you are thinking about a positive thought, because the negative can overflow. But why is that though? Why? I mean, does it have to do with society? I'm not trying to answer the question that I've
No, that
do
you're
you get-
asking.
that I'm asking, but do you get what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Why is that?
It's very, very true. I feel like that is a very important point, because everyone likes to say, yes, I'm always positive, positivity till the end. But yet, when you have a discussion with them, you hear negativity, which is so much easier flowing than the positivity. Why is that? I just feel like it's easy to doubt more than have positive thoughts. I mean, it's not good,
So
but
I'm saying though, why?
why is that?
Why is that?
It's not about you. We can always ask ask ourselves that question. But what you have to take into consideration is that where the how the mind operates, right? Our minds are more powerful than the computer, you know.
Yes, absolutely, I agree.
And even AI, right?
Right?
So it all depends on your mindset. And remember, our mindset is so powerful
Yes.
that we don't spend that time to tap into our minds.
Yes.
Because statistics has shown it that human beings don't use 55% of the brain, you know.
No,
Yes,
we
sit
only
down.
use, if I'm correct, we only use about 20%.
All right. So
Right? We only use about 20% of our brain.
Imagine 20%. You know, what happened to the
20%.
other 80%?
Exactly.
yeah. So if you use 20%, right? If you use 20% or whatever it is, we don't use 55% our brain.
Yeah.
That means we don't use half the capabilities that our brain are there to do.
Yeah. Yes.
So that simple means, isn't it a mindset thing? Isn't it something that if you had your mind in a different frame of mind,
Yeah.
it would be different, totally.
This is
And
why I said, yeah.
yeah,
Go on.
it would be different because we don't. It's like our feelings and our emotions
Yeah.
and our fear factors
Yeah.
and all those every element that comes through our cranium is for our brains.
Yeah.
So if we don't use it to the full potential of its capability,
Yeah.
what is going to happen? So before all of that come into place or thinking, it's where your mindset is at
Yes.
from before.
So it's and so basically, it's what you're saying is how you use the 20% that you're using.
Exactly.
It's how you use that 20%. If we are only using our 20%,
Yeah.
20% of our brain,
Yeah.
you have to know how you're using that.
That 20%.
That
Yeah.
20%.
And remember, you have to take into consideration also that 20% that you're using. What are you using that 20% for?
Yeah.
And what to do?
Right. Is
You
it
get
for
what I mean?
encouragement? Or
You
is
get
it
what I
for
mean?
yeah? No, it's so true.
So it's a thing that is more a deeper thing than how we just look at it.
Yes.
I also
And
feel
then-
like, sorry, Benson, sorry to cut you. I also feel like it's much easier to give positivity to other people more than to take your own
Yes.
advice.
That is
That's
very
another
true.
thing.
Can someone
I
press
think-
oh dear for me?
Oh dear. I think that it's so much easier for you to see somebody else's strengths and give somebody else positive energy more than to give
Absolutely.
it to
Absolutely.
yourself. Why is that?
Absolutely. Why is that? But before we answer that, welcome aboard, A Johnson.
Welcome aboard.
to Till and Spill. A Johnson says, if you believe, you will receive whatever you ask for in prayer. So clap, clap, clap to you. Thank you for that comment.
Welcome aboard, Ryan Barrett. Welcome aboard.
Welcome
Welcome to Chill
aboard.
and Spill.
Welcome.
Yes.
Welcome to Chill and Spill. But
So-
yes, going back to what you were saying,
Same.
Nubian, please.
Yeah, I mean, I always find that that's so much easier for human beings to do, to give other people positivity and encouragement on their endeavors than to give it to yourself.
And-
Like, yeah, it's too much.
It's crazy.
Yeah, why is it so easy to give other people encouragement?
Encouragement and not yourself.
Yeah.
Mini Codex says it's not always easy to stop negative thoughts, but we should try and not utter them in words.
Yeah, because words are spells.
which is, I agree, because your thoughts, you might think of something negative for a couple of seconds, but that doesn't mean it's going to manifest like that straight away. If you change that thought to a positive thought, then you're more likely to try and hold on to that positive thought. So it's not like everything you think negatively, it's just gonna manifest. So I agree on that part. Faye says, because people don't accept themselves for who they are and do not take time out to know themselves and to change the way they think, basically. So yeah, which also makes a lot of sense.
Manager General says, it's just like we, as human beings, we find it easy to do wrongs than to do right. Exactly. Why is it so
Why
easy
is that?
to do the wrong thing?
Yeah.
You know it's wrong.
Yeah,
You know it's wrong.
yeah.
But you still want to do the thing that is wrong.
Yeah,
Why? Why is that?
yeah.
You know to yourself what you're doing is wrong, but you don't care.
Or not just that.
You do it anyway.
To run from a problem. Run from, because I think running from something is also fear, isn't it? Because you're not wanting
It's definitely fear.
you're not
Running
wanting
from
to
something.
deal with or confront that very thing that you need to confront, whatever the
Exactly.
experience is, whatever the situation is. And I'm not, when I say confront, I don't mean, confronting a person that you're angry with or whatever. No. Confronting a situation, confronting a project, facing that fear in order to be able to deal with that very thing that you're running from.
Exactly.
And that can go on that is also a wide spectrum. That can be career, that can be relationships, that can be everything.
Wide
Running
spectrum.
from
Yeah.
something that you need to confront, you need to face head on. And then once you do face that very thing head on, you realize, what was you really afraid of?
Exactly. Exactly.
What was you really afraid of? No, seriously. What was you afraid of? You realize that, like, you imagine you see a line and you think to yourself, oh my gosh, I can see there's a bush there and there's some animals there, there's some spiders and stuff there. And I don't want to cross
There's
the line because on either side
There's
is
some
fear.
spikes over there.
There's spikes over there, and literally all you've done now, eventually you get the courage to jump across the line. You jump across the line and you think to yourself, oh, is that it?
Exactly.
Oh, that wasn't hard at
Exactly.
all. Do you get what I mean? Because you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. You've pushed through that fear, and sometimes that emotion can hold you back.
Yeah. Benson.
You see, yeah, sorry, because sometimes when my apologies is just the way, oh man.
cranium
own
things.
my cranium thing. Whenever me speak and thing and then
Sorry.
I sort of get tune out because me not have a, that is how my brain stay. So me only this is a perfect example of how our brains operate. Like my brain now, when I go into a zone or wherever it is, me tune out. Me can it my brain just tune out real quick. You understand what I mean? So sometimes like when me a speak or whatever, me go in a different world and then me way forward back. You understand what I mean? Now, um, the thing is, fear and doing wrong and all those things. If we look into it this evening on a more spiritual level, you understand? Now, when it comes to fear and doing things that is wrong or things that we consider wrong, remember, on the other part of it, where the spiritual for Christians and the Bible says, because majority of us, don't matter which denomination you are a part of, the Bible and the Quran and whatever, if you should compare them, they have the
They're
same
almost identical.
identical.
Similar, yeah, very
Yeah,
similar.
very
Very
similar.
similar.
Now, remember, the Bible says fear is not of God, right? And then when it comes to like doing things that are wrong, right? Look how this goes back to even the Bible. Because the Bible states that, for we must not wrestle against flesh and blood, but against principalities. You understand? Because that is also in the Bible. Yeah?
Right.
And about wrestle against flesh and blood and principalities and against the rulers of darkness of the world and spiritual wickedness in high places.
Yes.
That is what the Bible also says.
That's it.
So the whole spectrum of it, then if we were using our brain to the full capacity of it on a deeper level, because now I'm gone in at the darker side. The darker side in my cranium, which even with me, we don't use our brains to the full capacity. And that is why we become victims of even fear and even doing things that are wrong. And we don't listen to our inner beings and our first intuition. You understand what I mean?
No, you're.
Tune out now.
No, no,
Tune
no,
out.
no,
Go
no.
ahead now.
No,
No,
but it's
I'm-
very. I'm definitely taking in what you're saying because
Every
it makes
word.
perfect sense.
It does.
Because when I think about some of my life and some of the people that's been around me, I can see my first instincts was perfectly right,
Yes.
but I chose to see the better side of them that they don't know they have.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then they show their true colors because they can't hide anymore, or they've just done something way out of character. It's gone too far, and then we have
Seeing
to
the
go
good in everyone. That's what it is.
seeing the good in everyone. And really and truly, the life that we're living in is definitely it's a bit serious. The life that we live in, the amount of good, genuine people that are left is scary.
It feels like, to be honest, a needle in a haystack.
I
It
feel like it's
does.
gone. I think it's gone beyond the needle in the haystack.
It probably has,
Yeah.
because literally no one trusts no one. I'm not saying that you should trust everyone, but even when you face or come across a person that is genuine and is trustworthy
even know.
and has never, and like you could say over a period of 5 years, 3 years, whatever, how long you've known that person, and they haven't shown you any wrong, and if all they've done is spill positivity and spewed positivity into you, encourage you, push you to be the best you can be. There's no facade.
Exactly.
People think that this is too good to be true.
They do. and they don't believe
This doesn't
it.
exist.
And the fear comes in.
Exactly. The fear, and even the fear of love. I know that this is not a love topic or necessarily a relationship
Welcome
topic.
aboard, Serene. Welcome aboard. Welcome
aboard,
to Chill and
Serene.
Spill.
Welcome aboard.
Sylvia says she's been listening for a while.
Just
But yeah,
yeah. Welcome,
welcome
aboard.
everybody.
Even the fear of love itself. Now, I don't even think we should associate fear and love. Love is such a positive energy. It's such a
It is,
positive.
but Zuz, at the same
thing.
time, before I have to stop you there,
Yeah.
some people use love in the wrong way.
Yes.
Some people can just say "I love you" so freely and don't mean a word.
But then
Some
that's
people
not
use
true
it-
love then.
Yeah, that's what I'm
That's
saying.
not true love.
So,
That's a facade.
yeah.
That is words of
we have
that's
to be
fake.
That's what I'm saying. So that alone, when people say, "Oh, I love you," do you though?
But that's why
Do you know what I mean?
But
Like,
I'm not
do
talking
you-
about that. I'm talking about the purities of love.
Yes.
The purity of love in its entirety itself. Do you get what I mean? I'm not talking about the people that can be like, "Oh, babe, I love you," and then next week they're out there doing the most
Stabbing you in
reckless
the back.
thing, or they're
Treacherous.
stabbing you in the back. Because I don't think love is just said. Because words can mean anything.
Yeah, but that's what
Anyone's
they're
words
doing,
can be
though.
anything. But actions, innit? Love comes in all different forms. Actions. I feel like actions mainly, yeah, because even if a person is fake, they can't keep up that facade too long, you know. The cracks will start to show. Oh, Lord of mercy. Oh, dear.
Remember, that is how the element of fear take over our lives. Because when we really question ourselves, fear stop with for loving 100%.
Yes.
The only person, you know how beautiful it is. Notice it. Even if you're with someone, right? People always have a tendency to say, "Boy, I'm not give them 100% yet," so them put it on a scale.
Yes.
All right. Notice us as human beings. How when we love our kids, it's a beautiful feeling, isn't it?
Yes.
Right? But as adults now, to give that love to somebody else, you're afraid because you still have that fear
Yes.
of still not getting hurt.
Yes.
So that is how, like, we didn't pay much attention to the word fear.
Yeah.
And I will continue saying it.
Yeah.
Right? Because it takes time. And then for that element of our life, another part of it where fear is concerned, and that you mentioned before.
Yeah.
That is how everybody, fear to me is like, it's actually like an experiment. Because experiment takes time, don't it? And if you have the fear of not want to be in love, you have the fear of not afraid to die. You have the fear of not making a new challenge in your lives.
Yeah.
Because you don't know what the outcome may bring. You understand? You have the fear of sitting on this platform and don't want to say what you want to say. All the listeners now also have a fear.
Yeah.
They have a fear of also being afraid of even calling in.
Or doing.
Yes.
Or yes.
There's
Yeah.
a fear.
So
Imagine.
there's
well
a
done,
fear.
Benson. Well done. There's a fear of calling the line.
Yeah.
07903 129265.
265.
There's like really think about it.
Wait, before you continue,
Welcome
welcome
aboard,
aboard, Aisha. Hey.
Signal the plane.
Signal the plane. Signal the plane.
Welcome aboard, and don't worry for the lateness. The main thing is that you've made the effort and you've come online and you fought the fear
Exactly.
and you tuned in, because we're not here to scare you. Some people are fearful to even just watch the channel. Some people are fearful to just phone in to the studio. Some people are fearful of liking us. It's absolutely ridiculous.
or being honest with the opinions that they have, because they're fearful of being judged,
yeah.
fearful of judgment,
That's
fearful
it.
of, because you think like this, you're going to be judged about how you think. No,
You
No.
see, look what Man General said. What's Man General saying?
Manager General said, "Woman broke me heart already. Make me afraid to give 100% again, brother."
What dear?
No, sir. Do you get what I'm saying?
No, sir.
Oh my gosh! But that's
General.
a perfect. That's
And
also
you
a
know
perfect
what?
example. It's the fear.
We're not laughing at you, Man General, but it's the way that you say things.
It's the way that you
know?
play things.
Yeah,
Manager
yeah,
General.
yeah.
You
I
know
mean,
you're our homie, innit? You're our Cody. In English terms, you're my brother.
you definitely know what a homie is in America.
No. But I said Cody.
Yeah, Cody.
Yeah, Cody.
No, seriously, and all of that fear
Fear.
of loving another, just like what Benson says, the love what you have for your children, you don't. It's a different love anyway. Completely,
It's a completely
the
different love.
children love and the person that you're with love is a different love because
Yeah, but
they're not blood.
They're not
They're
blood.
not come from you, so it's different, but it's still a form of love.
And I agree with what Benson said. You don't use, even though it's different, like you said, Nubian, and Benson mentioned, even though it's different, we still don't even want to give half of that
To another.
to another. Do you get what I'm saying? Well, I'm not saying give the full 100% because again, you can never love
Nothing's
someone
100%.
like you love your
Yeah,
child.
yeah,
Even
yeah.
if it's 99.9, you can never love someone like you love your child. It's just a different experience. It's a different type of love. But for you to even give another person even 50% of that, you're not even giving them that. Everyone's starting at 1%, 5% at best, and then they'll start increasing it slowly. So
And I feel like when it comes to your person, a lot of people have lost the person that they really wanted to be with years ago
yes,
because of fear.
fear.
And I don't care.
Them
Yeah.
to
That's-
lose them to you, man. You have.
Mandela
Wait.
says my mum gets 100%
Of my love, all my kids.
All right. Look into it now, right? You know how many persons watching the show now, right?
right.
Many,
Yeah.
many,
Many persons,
many,
yeah.
many.
And the one person wherein maybe thinking within themselves that I'm not going to say anything, I'm not going to call or whatever it is, they wouldn't even know how I'm trying to find the right word, how their response or just saying something can be useful to even somebody
To
else.
someone, yes.
You get what
their
I mean?
experiences,
Yeah,
or their
yeah.
opinions.
So this is it's fear why people don't call, you know.
Yeah,
Because
absolutely.
some people don't want another person to hear the voice, which you don't even have to identify yourself.
No, you don't.
Some people are there now
Yeah.
and have even the
Great
solution
solutions.
to
Great
whatever
solution.
we are saying,
Yes.
but still have the fear factor
Yes.
of not calling in
Yeah.
or not even sending a message. You
But-
get
bec-
so
because they've got the fear of speaking.
Yeah.
It's like
But
just
we
someone,
appreciate everybody that
Yeah.
has given us feedback via
Yeah,
the
yeah.
platforms.
Yeah.
You know, because sorry,
but
Spencer.
that is to show us as human beings that fear is in our daily lives. You mentioned it earlier on that sometimes you wish that some things you should have said before you didn't. Now it comes into play in a different form, wherein this conversation could go on forever because there are some persons who are viewing things another way, but yet still they have that matter of fear, the fear factor to say, this is what I think, I'm going to call and I'm going to say this. You get what I mean? So the element of fear consumes our life on a daily basis.
Exactly.
We appreciate everybody who
For sure.
who
It's just
I'm
an
not
example.
knocking- yeah, it's
no,
an example.
it's an example.
no,
that we're
it is.
saying.
It's true. It's just like
It's a very good example.
Yeah.
it makes sense because it's just like, you know, when you're in school and then your teacher says, okay, everyone's going to read a paragraph. Some people will start stuttering as they read. Now, that does not mean they cannot read, but they just have that fear of speaking out loud
That's
in
it.
front of an audience.
That's it.
Do you get what I mean? It's just like there's a lot of people that probably won't be able to do what we do, as in sit behind here with all these cameras and talk to you guys on a mic
Yeah.
and be able to express ourselves without messing up. And we all mess up, we're humans, but some people can't do that because of the fear of sounding stupid, or they don't want to be judged on how they said things, or they feel like they can't explain things in a good enough way for people to be able to understand. Or they
Especially when you've got a runny nose and you don't feel one is blocked. Your nose is blocked and he's got a runny nose,
No.
but you fight the fear anyway.
This serious.
You don't business, because at the end of the day,
Oh
we've
my
got a show to do, and we love you guys, and we want to always provide topics that are engaging and that can help us as well throughout our lives, because there's no point of living it's like living under an umbrella.
yeah.
You're living under an umbrella, hiding away from stuff,
Yeah.
real life stuff that you need to face head on.
Yeah.
So this is what we do each and every Sunday.
Faye says the men are fed up of women now. They even have a fear to ask you for a dance when you're out.
Wow.
Is that true, men? Faye, what age range is this? Do you think this is all men? Do you think this is a certain age group, or you just think generally
That's
all
sad.
men? That's very, very sad.
But when you think about
That's very
it,
sad.
when you do go out, well, I don't go out very often, but when I do go out, it's very rare to see a man and a woman dancing together.
Yes.
Not
feel
like years ago.
No, back in the day, yeah. I mean, obviously, I feel like it depends on the different generations. I feel like an older generation, a man might come up to you and say, "Can I have this dance, please?" My generation would literally just slowly worm their way behind you, and then next thing you know, you're feeling someone do the same dance that you're doing, and then you have to give it the look back. I called it the look back to see if they're worthy enough to dance with me.
Oh,
Do you get what I mean?
Mini Codex.
Oh, Mini Codex says, it was interesting to listen to you guys. I hope to see you again soon. Good night.
Oh,
Thank you so much,
Good
Mini
night.
Codex. We are here every Sunday,
Sunday,
9 p.m. GMT. So every Sunday we'll be doing a different topic. And if you have any topics that you would like to discuss, let us know in the comment section, or you can also text in with the number
07903 129 265. So yeah, that's the number to call in. It's always nice to have different viewers each and every week, and enough respect to the viewers, the regular viewers that tune in every single Sunday without fail. We really love and appreciate you guys. Hence why, doesn't matter how we feel, we make sure we show up, because that's what it's about.
Yes.
Fighting the fear, people.
Fighting the fear. No,
Oh.
seriously, live your life. Fight the fear. Go after that man or that woman that you
Faye
want to
says
go
it
with.
doesn't matter the generation.
It doesn't matter the generation. We've got confirmation. It's all
What dear?
all men. I'm not gonna say all men. Majority of that. That's Faye's opinion. That majority of men do not have the courage to even ask you for a dance. Manager General.
What's Manager General saying?
Manager General, he says men nowadays rather party or dance with their friends and save the ladies for when they reach home.
This
What
serious.
a mess. That's what he said.
goodness.
It's so true, though.
What
It is very true.
this?
You sorry, Manager General, because you joke, Listen, you can go out with your people, them, yeah. Okay, yes, you got men there. They really want to be hugging up with their man friends and whatever, and they might see a girl that they like, and they don't have the courage to say, you know what, beg your little dance now.
A lie.
But no, but the thing is, a lot of the time, I feel like the men scope the ladies. Obviously, they look at them, they look at their attire, they
Yep.
look at their surroundings and what they're doing. If they've
Yep.
got like 4 or 5 bottles there around them with their ladies, and they might think to themselves, you know what, that's high maintenance, mate. You know,
Or they might say, you know what, I'm not needed because I can't even offer them a drink because they've got
Aye,
bare
'cause they've
drink.
got
But
drinks
so,
already.
fight the fear.
fight the fair.
Fight
do it
the
anyway.
fear. Because, you know, after a 1-2 joke, you know the girl's going to talk to you anyway, man.
Just go up to them and say, "Would you like some cheers, sir?"
We are say.
Oh my gosh, that is so funny. Would you like some Coke? Or some apple juice?
Cranberry
with-
juice?
Cranberry juice with that spirit? That's so funny.
But on that note, we are going to round up the show. We would like to thank each and every one of you guys. Go live, big up yourself each
Yep.
and every week. Nothing but consistent, just like Facebook, just like Mixcloud, and just like YouTube. We love you guys endlessly. Thank you for tuning in. And don't forget, on a Friday night, big up to those people that tuned in on Friday for Benson's show, which was 11 o'clock GMT. Maybe it was a little bit later than that, but that's what time his show is, 11 o'clock GMT, where you can hear the wickedest music. Be prepared for some great entertainment each and
Yes.
every week.
Yes.
And don't forget to like, share, follow, and subscribe to
Yes.
all channels, please.
Yes. Yes.
It's free
yes.
of charge. You don't have to pay, okay? It's free. Just
Yeah.
to press that follow button, that share, that like. I mean, the more people that we cover, the better for us. And the better for you guys, you know. More entertainment.
Yes.
You know, you can't really go wrong, to be
Yes.
honest. And don't forget the number is 07903 129 265. That's 07903 129 265. That is a studio line. You can phone, you can call in, you can send a message of any topics that you're really interested about and you would like us to address and to have a deep discussion about.
Yeah.
Fight the fear
Fight-
and do it anyway.
Fight the fear and do
Like,
it
no
anyway.
topic is a bad topic.
No topic is a bad topic. Seriously.
There's no bad topic because it's something that we go through every single day.
Everything needs to be discussed.
Everything. It's
Literally.
wide, you know. Thank you, Zuz, and thank you, Benson. Anything you want to say? Last words?
Zeus?
Yeah, no, just continue to work on yourself, because I think working on yourself is a ever growing thing. Is something that you always have to do. Continue to heal, continue to try your best to face the fear and accept who you are as a person. Don't put on any kind of facade or whatever, but just do you. Think positive, preach positivity, but do it for yourself. Don't just, compliment everyone else on their positive actions or their positive thoughts. Just work on you a bit so you can have the best life that you can possibly have and reach the goals that you aspire to reach.
And another thing to add to that, sorry, Zuz. If you're yourself and nobody doesn't like you, that's their business. There's going to be some people out there that will gravitate to you. So if you're being yourself and the people them don't like it, that's their business.
Yeah.
You know,
There more
don't
time.
change yourself for anybody.
Yeah, more
you
time.
know?
If they are jealous of you, it's because you have something that they don't have, which is a confidence within themselves.
Exactly.
So continue to strive, guys, and continue to be blessed.
Benson?
Yeah. I just want to say this before we go that great is thy faithfulness, All I have needed thy hands has provided. Great is thy faithfulness, Lord, unto me, Have a blessed week. If you can't be good, be careful. Remember, we're here every Friday night with the music show, and then Sundays, the Chill and Spill chat show. Have a blessed week. Thank you all for supporting the channel. Nothing but love, good manners, and proper conduct every time. Over and out.
And Manager General says, when it comes to the man asking the women for dance, he says, I want to do some boy, no ideas, man. I want to do them. I want to do them, Manager General. I want to do them.
No, sir.
You to teach them a thing or two. Oh, yeah, and it also said it doesn't matter what she's drinking or how many bottles she has, still invite her over to your table for a drink. Amen. That alone will open up our eyes a bit wider. Like, oh, Okay. You know, this is what I have.
Confidence.
That's it. That's it. It's all about confidence. If you can't be good, be careful. Love you guys. Stay healthy. Have good sleep. And until next week, take care of yourselves.